Salute. What's good with my bros? What's good with your family, man? Back at y'all again with another one, man. And as always, I got a conversation for y'all, for the people, man. Got something to talk about. I got a question for the people. Chop, what's good with it, Brody? Appreciate you for sliding through. MP, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. Josh, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for stopping on through. How y'all bros feeling on this this good Thursday afternoon, man? Y'all smash that like button for your bro as y'all pull up. Demetrius Bright, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? I got a interesting question, man. I came across something yesterday that kind of sparked a conversation, man, at least in my head. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and see what the people think about this, man. Because y'all know I'm going to let y'all know what I think. But I definitely want to hear the feedback of the people. I mean, man, this shit is pretty interesting, man. But I ain't surprised. So, the big question, man. T, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Now, I got a good question, and this like on some open panel type shit too, because I want to see what everybody else think. I came across this the other day, like I said, and this wasn't a question. It's a question in my title, but it wasn't a question when I came across it. Somebody was yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah. They turned the lights back on in here. You know what I'm saying? Turned the lights back on. Lady Deuce, appreciate you, Queen. How you feeling? Don't work too hard. Hope work is rolling smooth for you. Ashley's Corner, salute to the Queen. Appreciate you stopping through. Salute to my family in the building. Yeah, man, I came across this post, and somebody had some interesting thoughts about Canelo Alvarez, man. You know what I'm saying? They had a bold statement, and they said, Canelo Alvarez had the greatest run to become undisputed in boxing history. Like out of the fighters that's done it, he had the best run. And I just disagree completely. Like, I just think that's fluff. I think that had to be a diehard Canelo Alvarez fan. No disrespect to him, but ain't no way I could agree with that. I just can't. You get what I'm saying? Charlo run was definitely better. And you know me, I got the, they went to list all his accolades and shit like that. You know what I mean? Appreciate the family being up in here. 5 days suspension, and I work on the job. Damn. Phew, that's what kind of day you having? Well, at least you ain't hurt. Hopefully they ain't hurt themselves too bad. But yeah, man, like Ash just said, Charlo run was way more impressive, man. Let's be real about it, man. You don't even gotta have eyes to know that. Just listen to the sport, man. You'll know what's going on, man. Follow the sport. They saying Canelo, he's the only fighter ever to became undisputed by beating 3 prime undefeated world champions at the time in just 10. What did he say? In 10 and a half months. You see that? But history is definitely the best in history. That's what they said, Ash. I'm like, man, history? That's what y'all on? History, bro? That's not history to me. And that's why I got the 3 brothers up in the thumbnail, because now, had you fought those guys, then maybe you'll have more of a leg to stand on. But I don't think you claim to have the best undisputed run. And this shit is so historic because you beat 3 prime undefeated current world champions in their prime, like in 10 and a half months, man. Get that shit out of here, bro. We know what you doing. No disrespect. I'll just call a spade a spade. This man got a manufactured resume. And it's always been like that. It ain't gonna be, it's no different now. This shit is manufactured, man. He done hop, skipped, and jumped over people for years. And it's bogus to me how they could just take this approach. Like, I don't even understand how they could feel this way. Struggle took an L, got his title back, and ran through the division. Canelo not rematching Beagle, and that's a fact. And you know what? You know what's funny, Ash? Speaking of rematches, I think that's the only reason we really getting this trilogy, because he was running out of options. Just think for a second, right? He lost to Beagle, right? Say if Gennady Golovkin was like, you know what? I'm cool on the trilogy. I know I beat you. Like, get what I'm saying? What if he just said, I'm cool on that. I don't want to fight you again. That would have left Canelo with way less options. No, the walls would have been closing in on this dude, man. You get what I'm saying? Body work boxing, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling, bro? Like I said, y'all want to come up and chop it up, because I definitely want to know what people think. Like I said, this guy, man, since November 21st of 2015, Canelo Alvarez has only fought against world champions and one mandatory across 4 weight divisions. You know what? It's crazy how, you know how people say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. And, you know, a lot of people agree, the numbers don't lie. And you know what I say? Men lie, women lie. The numbers might not lie, but they don't always tell the whole story. That's something I do know. Nobody got to agree with me for that. That's something I do know. The numbers might not lie, but they can be a little deceiving and misleading. They don't tell a full story. You get what I'm saying? In 2018, Canelo beat the current #1 pound-for-pound boxer at the time, Gennady Golovkin. And we all know who really won that first fight, so I ain't trying to hear that either. Tell her run too. And you know what? It's funny because I got the list of it's 8 fighters they got in this 4-belt era that became undisputed. Yeah, Taylor run was way more impressive, man. He was running through dudes too. That's when he got my attention. Didn't they do that? They had a tournament or whatever that was. Yeah, you get what I'm saying, Ash? So I said we ain't buying it. That's all I'm saying, man. He could take that shit somewhere else. And it's funny they got the list of the undisputed champions in the 4-belt era, and you know who they got #1. Canelo Alvarez, bro. We Talk Sports. What's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you sliding through. You know, at #1, they got Saul Canelo Alvarez. 2, Jermell Charlo. 3, Bud Crawford. 4, they got Bernard Hopkins. 5, they got Devin Haney. 6 is Jermaine Taylor. 7 is Josh Taylor. And 8 is Usyk. Man, you bump his ass all the way down to 8. At least 7. He would be where they got Josh Taylor out on this list. It ain't no way in hell you gonna convince me that his run to undisputed was better than everybody else's, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit just it don't sound right to me, and I can't give him that. You know what I'm saying, Josh? That's a fact. Josh Taylor definitely had a better run, a much more impressive one. He was whooping asses. I don't care about the champions they trying to say he beat, and he only faced 1 mandatory. They had to throw that in there, yeah. But ain't nobody asked for that shit. And he can't have the best run to becoming undisputed when he didn't even clean out a weight division. You can't sit here and tell me that he honestly cleaned out 68. I'm not trying to hear that. You beat the people that had the belts, whatever the case. But again, when David Benavidez had that WBC strap, the couple times that he had it, he wasn't thinking about challenging for that strap. So I don't respect it, because I truly believe had he not fucked up, we'd be having a totally different conversation right now. I could almost put anything on it. He wouldn't be undisputed right now if David Benavidez ain't lose his belt twice at that. You can't sell me that one, man. You gotta do a better job. I'm not running with it. I'm not going. They got all these little fun facts about Canelo and shit. He beat Callum Smith, who at the time was also the ring world champion and #1 ranked fighter of the super middleweight division. Callum Smith, whatever, man. Just look what we talking about when we that's the only leg they really have to stand on, is to say that these people are champions or they was undefeated. But look at the level. That's why I say the numbers might not lie, but they're a little deceiving. You didn't fight top quality competition. I don't give a damn who had the belts. Callum Smith, what has he done since getting pounded by you for 12 rounds? He did nothing. Big Texas, what's good, my bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Canelo run was mid. Now I'm telling you, it was better than Buzz, but mid as a whole. That's a fact. And Buzz is super weak because of the people who had the titles. I got him, like, just didn't fight no real dogs. Charlo and Taylor, to me, yeah, facts had the best run. Facts. That's a fact. And you got to put his ass at number 7 or something, 6 or 7. J-Man, salute, bro. What's good with you? Appreciate you sliding through. TWT family in the building. Salute to everybody in the building. Charlo, yeah. Charlo had a real run. You know what I'm saying, Josh? He had a real run. And I hate to sound like I'm discrediting, Canelo, but again, this is going to be opinionated, but we could at least put things in perspective, man. We know he hopped, skipped, and jumped and maneuvered his way around certain individuals. Like I said, it makes no. Just think about this for a second, y'all. If Boo Boo Andre is on his way to 168, and let's just say, Mel Charlo take his ass up to 68 too. You get what I'm saying? Then you got Benavidez that's still at 68 for now, right? You'll have 2 fighters in Mal Charlo and Demetrius Andre. That'll be their 3rd division that they campaigned with this dude. They still undefeated. Dudes was champions in their previous weight class, and he still ain't fought them. And y'all trying to tell me there's nothing wrong with that? Ain't nothing funny about that. You can't be the man when you unwilling to fight certain individuals. You can't come out nowhere and say, I'm not fighting no more Mexicans, man. Facts, body work, never, yo. And self-accountability be fucking these fighters up in boxing. When you hold them to the standard that they want to praise them to, then everybody got a problem. They start losing their mind. All time for sure. If Earl beat Bud, number 1. Definitely, bro. Definitely. That's cleaning. That'll be cleaning out a division pretty much. Get what I'm saying? What Earl did. So you telling me Earl beat Crawford, his undisputed run ain't better? Earl beat Bud will have a good run as well, in my opinion. It'd definitely be better than Canelo's. You know what I'm saying? Will let him slide. He wasn't regarded number 1. You get what I'm saying, bro? So you get where I'm going with it. And you can understand it ain't hate. That's what they got him at number 1. I'm like, no, bro, you just can't do that. There's far too many other threats than the ones that you took. And we know that. And you could have made all of these fights. So don't give me that shit. And don't give me that. He in his case, he can't even say people was ducking him. He just was unwilling to give certain fighters an opportunity. And because of it, I just can't rate them as highly as they rate them. Right now, it's Charlo number 1. That's what I'm saying. I could go with that. Charlo was cleaning shit out, man. And he's still about to fight another up-and-comer that they pushing to be good. He about to punch on Tim Tszyu. Then what? What could you say? He ain't fight Fundora yet. Like, get what I'm saying? This boy clean. That's cleaning out a division, man. Not ducking, not dodging, not maneuvering around. No dangerous threats. Just taking all challenges and beating people up. And getting knockouts, stoppages. You know what I'm saying? Dude lost one, came back in a rematch, got a knockout. Then got a draw in the fight. Came back and got a knockout. Miss me with that, man. You ain't rematching that. You ain't going to like I said, you're not going to rematch people. Miss me with that talking about you'll fight him again. No, you won't. I believe it when I see it. EJ beat Bud. EJ run would have been better than Canelo. That's a fact. And that'll be 4 belts that he took off 4 different champions. And he had been cleaned out pretty much all the top dogs in his era. Like, and you know what I mean? In his class of fighters. Not counting the Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? And people can understand that. So that's why I hope they hurry up and get this fight done. And I seen a couple headlines or a couple video titles saying they working on some multi-fight deal or something like that. So I would hope that would be true, and maybe that's the reason why things have been taking as long as they've been taking. That'd be unexpected. I ain't even gonna lie. If they could work that out, that'd be crazy. They could fight more than once. Shit, and here we is feeling like we ain't gonna even get it one time, and they telling us it's a chance they could fight more than one time. Shit, man, that's a surprise. My bad, y'all. He beat the 2-division world champion and Billy Joe Saunders by stoppage after breaking Saunders' eye socket. He beat Caleb Plant by stoppage after knocking him down twice. All these things is true. All these things are true, but like I said, They're a little deceiving, man. They're a little deceiving. This dude ain't been as dominant as what they trying to sell him as. He ain't. And again, it's part of the reason he's been able to have the success he's been having is because you come in down 2-3 rounds against Canelo, 3 or 4 rounds, should I say, against this dude. So you could barely beat him on the cards. And I always gonna be a little surprised that Beagle got a decision. But again, he beat him so convincingly they couldn't rob him. He made that shit so convincing they couldn't pull it fast. No, never got caught cheating. Facts, no catch weights, short camps, rehydration clauses, taking on all smoke. That's a fact. That's a fact. And that boy got to have every advantage known to boxing. He got to have it. He got to have it. Remember the 2-fight PVC deal? I'm not signing with nothing without Earl. Mm-hmm. We gonna say, and that's another thing. That's another thing too, because I'm always looking ahead, and not to like completely disregard Triple G. I know he gonna come this weekend, and he gonna come try to win. I know he ain't gonna come to lay down. I understand all that, but I just don't. I think he fighting an uphill battle, and I think they know that. That's why they spent the block for the 3rd time with this dude, because they expecting a much lesser version of what he was in the 1st and 2nd fight. And they might be right. They might have. This is a gamble that they might get right, but they better hope they get it right. And Triple G don't got more left in the tank than what I feel like they expected from him. I'm telling you, because although he looked vulnerable in his last fight, and he looked like he got a little stun to the body, he still got a knockout like Triple G get. And when you look at Canelo last performance, he got dominated. You know what I'm saying? And he lost. You get what I'm saying? He made very few adjustments, if any at all. Pretty much fought every round the same way. DP was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. He fought everything the same way. He fought every round the same way. Got dominated. Unwilling to make any adjustments. Blew his load in the 1st quarter of the fight, throwing nothing but power punches. It's like he had a real amateur style approach fighting Beagle, and he took that shit into the ring. And mind you, y'all, that's 61 fights in that he had. 61st fight, he fighting like a whole damn amateur, limited as hell. Let some people call it. I think it was Paulie, even though I don't listen to much of what Paulie got to say nowadays. He said Canelo quit in that fight. And that kind of surprised me. I didn't expect him to say that. I know Paulie be talking his shit, but I didn't expect him to say that Canelo quit against Beagle. I just think he knew he couldn't beat him. Maybe mentally he quit a little bit, but I just think he was outgunned that fight. He came in there with a lack of a game plan, and it showed, and he got exposed. Judah Ben was good with it, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. You at work. No doubt. Appreciate you sliding through while you're at work. My bad, y'all. What's good, Judah? But yeah, man, just to make my point, man. You can't. There's no way in shape or form you could tell me that his undisputed run was better than these other 7 people on this list. I just can't run with that. It's always going to be objective and subjective at the same time, but I don't care. I got questions, and at the end of the day, I just don't think that this dude is as good as they painting him up to be. Now, I ain't saying he ain't accomplished nothing and he ain't did nothing impressive in the sport. That would be slighting him. But what I am going to say is that he didn't have the best undisputed run in boxing history. And like we was just discussing, man, if I had to choose based on the people who's on the list, Jermell Charlo run was definitely better than his, in my opinion. So, and it's not even much of a debate in my eyes, considering the competition that they both face. And again, it's different to, this dude participated in 2 rematches and won them both by knockout. You get what I'm saying? Like, meanwhile, you got Canelo. He done gave us, nobody asked for a Dimitri Bivol fight. He gave us that fight. Got his ass beat. Then he turned around. Now he giving us another fight we don't want. So it's, for me, it's real. It's real interesting to see, like, after he win this fight, because I highly doubt that he lose. I hope I'm wrong, and this is one of the fights that I don't mind being wrong about. But I think Canelo gonna beat him, and I want to see where he go from there. You know what I'm saying? He already pulled him up to 68, I believe. I don't think Triple G ever fought there. I don't know how that's gonna affect him, but I know he's 40. And I just know he's gonna be in unfamiliar territory. And if he slow down or if he gas, he gonna be in trouble. And you know, you got two dudes in there that don't have the best gas tanks. But I think at this stage, Canelo's is a little better than Triple G's. But we definitely gonna see come fight night how they both perform, man. I hope Triple G got one last hoorah type of performance in him, and I really hope he shot Team Canelo on Saturday night. But like I said, it's gonna be tough, and I just want to see where he go from here. Because my thing is, if you beat him, where do you go from here? Because you still gonna be the undisputed champion. You get what I'm saying? Who are you gonna defend them belts against? Or are you just gonna shoot back to 175 and hold up the division some more? Like this whole, you know, song and dance that this dude is doing is getting old, man. And it's getting to the point where it's like, it's obvious and only a man fan can see what's going on with this dude. He's very unwilling to test himself against certain styles and certain fighters. And he pretty much told us all last, saying he ain't fighting no more Mexicans. Then you got people like Robert Garcia backing that shit, talking about why should he have to fight any Mexicans, you know, let the Europeans and the Negros beat each other up, some weird shit like that he said. And I'm just like, man, that's exactly what's wrong with boxing now. Y'all got this dude moving around, and because he get paid so much, y'all making it seem like he could just make any call and any decision he want, despite what the fans want. And it's that ain't the way it's supposed to be. So that's what made me, you know, I had to pull this up. I had to talk about this for a quick second, man. I just don't think he's as good as what they painting him to be. And I think time gonna reveal all things. This dude to be going on his 60-second fight Saturday. And again, remember, I brought that up, that he lost 10 plus pounds in one fucking day. And I asked, I don't know how normal that is, but this dude dropped 10 plus pounds in one day. Like, and this close to the training camp, this close to the fight actually happening. You know what I'm saying? So that's less than a week out from the fight, and he's still draining down that much weight. Get what I'm saying? This shit is bogus to me. You know, it's going to be basically setting up exhibitions, comparable fights, getting the bag from here on out. And you get what I'm saying? And it's funny that you said that, because that's exactly what he's doing. And it's just no slight. That's how he's trying to treat him. Like, he not taking the challenges that we want to see him take. And again, I wonder when the walls really gonna finally close in and people gonna start waking up and realizing that this dude doing some weird shit. Like, I want to see how long he could keep this up. You get what I'm saying? Because he really having them belts. You gotta think David Benavidez, what he had, 2 back-to-back title eliminators. Like, what's next for David Benavidez? Like, at what point do they say, yo, this is the fight that has to happen, regardless of what Canelo won? Like, get what I'm saying? Like, who else he gonna fight if he fighting title eliminators and Canelo got all the belts? What's next for David Benavidez as well? That's why I got him in the thumbnail. You know, Maul Charlo had made, you know, reference to moving up this super middleweight. I don't know what he waiting for. He might as well take his ass up there. Demetrius Andre is supposed to be making his debut against Zach Parker up at super middleweight. So my question is, at what point do he at least fight one of these guys? They'd, like I said, they'd be in a third weight class with this dude and still be undefeated. And Andre possibly has some type of belt, even if it's a secondary belt, up there at 68. So at some point, you just got to stop duping the people and get the people what they want, man. Stop duping the fans. Stop being selfish. You made enough money in the sport. I mean, we watched you long enough pick fights that we didn't want to see. You know what I'm saying? And you had a more than a handful of them. And at this point, like, you got to be. And the crazy part is he not even super old. He's supposed to still be in his physical prime. But it's weird because even with that being said, it's something that's going on with him physically. I think that's making him be hesitant about fighting these fighters. And as time go on and he still don't fight these people, the chances of him fighting them are less and less likely, because I don't see him taking, crazy challenges as he constantly getting older. You get what I'm saying? He's still fairly young, considered young. So it's like, but at the same time, he had over 60 fights. So it's like, I think wear and tear is real. And like I always said, I don't think he's going to come out and ever admit that. But we just going to have to see it for what it is. Like, you've seen some of it. Like, look how flat his performance was against Beaver. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like Beaver was doing like the trickiest shit ever. He just couldn't adjust. He couldn't deal with it. Like, lack of fucking being athletic, his feet being stuck in the mud, like, that's always gonna be his problem. Yeah, that's some supplements and leaving his body. That he ain't pump up right. I'm telling you, man, I heard cutting weight like that. Judah, he tripping, bro. Johnny Q, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through here. You know? Hey, man. I'm telling you. Supplements. I'm telling you, man. Oh, damn. And it's funny that I knew it was something else that I ain't bring up. It's funny that you said that, because Triple G basically, like, he calling him a drug cheat still. He's still bringing that up. He said, I don't know what his problem is with me, but that's his problem. Like, basically, like, that's him. He ain't worried about it, but he spoke something about like some roid rage or something like that. I'm telling you, yeah, that bum knee. And I heard something about the elbows too, body work. Heard something about the elbows. And that's what I said before. Don't nobody wear no sleeve, no knee sleeve for a fashion statement. You just don't do that. He be at the GNC daily. I'm telling you, after he lost the Beaver, I already said it. He done changed the locks to the gym. You know what I mean? Stopped dealing with his plug. He went right to surgery for another plug. Told him to get rid of all the meat. You know what I'm saying? He changed the locks and everything on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody getting in the gym after he got beat up. You know what I'm saying? GG been going in. Facts. Like, he ain't biting his tongue like you want to run around here like you mad. Like, bro, is that roids? Basically, that's what he's saying. Like, that's roid rage. I'm telling you. Triple G on his helmet. He don't care. Triple G, like, yo, I don't know what his problem is with me, but that's his problem. Like, you know what I'm saying? Said that, yeah, the knee sleeve, Johnny, that's bogus. It ain't no fashion statement. It ain't like, basketball when people just wear a sleeve. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it ain't that. Something ain't right with them joints. I heard he got bad knees and issues with the elbow, because I know y'all seen him have the elbow sleeve on too. You know what I'm saying? That's what it be for. You know what I'm saying? The dude. And again, just think about it. 61 fights. All those training camps, bro. All that training, all them training camps, that shit is real. Wear and tear is real. Like, so even though he 32, I think in terms of fights, he's not the youngest 32. You get what I'm saying? He's just not. That's around not Canelo out cold. What if he do again, yo? Look, and again, that's why I brought up that weight cut, y'all. Like, I ain't no trainer, I ain't no damn nutritionist. But the boy lost 10 plus pounds in one day. Close as hell, less than a week to the fight, like just in one day. Like, and what I'm saying is, you got to think he just was up there at 75. You get what I'm saying? And you weigh whatever, I forget what he weighed in at, but just think about what he came in at when he was in the actual fight. That dude probably was like 190 or better on fight night. You get what I'm trying to say? He it definitely was more than 175 on fight night. That's for sure. So just think, like, now you went from whatever I really wish I'd have known what he weighed like the night of the fight, like inside the ring type deal. Because it's like you went from that. Now you done drain. Now you drain it. It essentially is in a way you're draining yourself. Like, to lose that much weight in one day. I know it's water weight and all that, but that shit just don't sound good, man. You guys already started clout chasing, claiming plant next if you win. Yeah. Okay. So with that. I mean, I just want to see it because what's interesting that Benavidez said that. You know what Plant said? Plant said when he beat Anthony Durrell, he said when he beat him, he said he going to make fights with Charlo and David Benavidez. That's what he said. He going for them two specifically. He said that. Yep. So it's good that Benavidez is already, saying Plant next. That's cool because Plant had a similar sentiments, man. He had a similar train of thought. That's exactly what he said. He going for either one of those dudes. And I believed he named Benavidez first. So that'd be a good thing. If Benavidez is calling for him now, and I don't know when he's supposed to have another fight. I did see him mention something about an announcement, but he ain't never dropped nothing. So guess he just waiting to see. Because my thing is, if he's having title eliminator after title eliminator and winning them, at what point do he compete for a title? Like what? Ain't that the whole point of the title eliminator? So he could be in line for a belt, to fight for a belt. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. How long are they gonna allow Canelo to just do what he want before they make him have to fight this dude, this Mexican monster that he don't want to fight? That shit is blowing me, man. It really is. It's blowing me. And I came across a couple clips of Shawn Porter, big teeth ass, him and Danny Garcia talking about Ryan Garcia playing beast. He was beating Canelo before the stoppage. I'm telling you, Plant was on his ass. He know it. Plant was on that dude Hills, man. He was on Canelo Hills, man. I think his gas tank, started hit a wall a little bit, and Canelo did make a slight adjustment in terms of like punch placement. In my opinion, that's what I felt like helped him. He instead of throwing that punch where he was throwing it, I felt like he made a slight adjustment that made him be able to hit Plant where he placed that punch, man, and knocked his equilibrium off, man. I just kind of knew that was the beginning of the end from there. I knew his shit was done with. Plant gassed out like a moped. Yeah, I'm telling you, it looked like a gas tank. It's like he had to hit the wall a little bit on the gas tank. Damn sure did. He almost he hung in there. He hung tough, man. He just got caught late. Fate was good with it, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Said false. Oh, yeah. I was about to say, damn, what I say? Yeah, I agree. Fate ain't got the best undisputed run in boxing history. That's why I said it's bogus. And I named the other 7 fighters that they got up there. You know what I'm saying? I hope Plant keeps his word and get Charlo. Yeah, I hope he go. And again, if he go for either one of those 2 names that he mentioned, I need to see that. He needed $5 more pump too. I'm telling you, he hit a wall just a bit, yo. And I think that some of that was like the movements that he was doing throughout the fight, with some of that mental pressure that Canelo just kept, applying, being right there in his face. And I always wish that Plant just had a little more on his punches, like to make Triple G make Canelo a little more hesitant about coming in. And again, like he just felt like that dude really couldn't hurt him much. So he was just walking him down. Way someone gonna convince me Canelo had the best run. That's what the same exact thing I said, my bro. I said the same thing. And again, just to be clear, that's not slighting him, because if somebody could come out and speak and say this boldly, they wasn't asking a question. They was telling us there's no doubt he had the best undisputed run. I'm like, what? I'm like, so did I, and I know this dude watch boxing, so I'm like, did he see Jermell Charlo run? So he ain't see that. I guess he ain't seen that at all. So he ain't seen that Josh Taylor had a pretty decent run too. You know what I'm saying? You got Bernard up there as well. Like, you got some people up there, man. Usyk undisputed run wasn't the craziest because, he's fighting at cruiserweight. Ain't, that's not no popular division. But nonetheless, man, his shit on that level, mid. He jumped around, ducked and dodged, and maneuvered around quality opposition. Meanwhile, it's like the circumstances was very beneficial to him, meaning like the people that held the belts at the time and shit like that, it just worked out in his favor. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna always stand tall, and this is gonna always be my train of thought. Had Benavidez not lost his belt twice, I truly think this conversation would be different. I don't think he would be an undisputed champion right now. I truly don't think Plant could beat Benavidez. I mean, look, from a boxing standpoint, he definitely can box with him. He's gonna be able to do that. The issue is just gonna come, you know, when he gets hit. That's my biggest problem, man. The lack of respect David Benavidez might have for his punching power, like that's gonna be a key factor. Like he's gonna have to find a way to make David Benavidez second guess shooting them combinations off. And just from what I've seen, it's gonna be tough for him because he just don't pack that much of a punch. You get what I'm saying? But he is a solid boxer. He's slick. He can move. You know what I'm saying? He could box his ass off, man. They call him sweet hands for a reason, but that punching power, man, it just might come back to bite him. Charlo better run. Canelo just a big name and more fights, facts, and way more fights. Fate, you dig what I'm saying? And that's why I think at this point in his career, he's staying far away from certain styles and certain fighters. I think despite what him or anybody in his team say, I think they know what time it is. You got to think they in the gym with him. They able to see where he's limited at. Now, they could lie to us, but they can't lie to themselves. So they could sit here and sell us the story about how great he is and how great he looked every training camp. But we could see the lack of greatness or the lack of confidence in y'all by the opponent selection. You know what I'm saying? The opponent selection tells you everything we need to know about Canelo at this point. Then you got some people that say, you know, what you talking about? He fight Triple G. Yeah, 3 years later, bro. Last time they was in the ring, Triple G was 37. He's 40 now. Get what I'm saying? And in a new weight class that he ain't never fought at. That dude is fighting an uphill battle, and it's going to be crazy for him. Now, I hope he can pull it off. Tyrone, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. His second week is running undisputed. You dig what I'm saying? Because Mel Charlo is number one for me. He knows himself, and he knows who he can possibly lose to, and that's a fact. That's why it's like, man, I just know it couldn't work that way, but only if Triple G would have been, like, I don't know if them two fights would have played out different. He'd have just felt like, you know what, I don't want a third fight with him. I would have loved to see where he would have went then. Where? Like who? Like even now, after this fight, who he gonna beat Triple G, right? I'm saying that from the rip. It's gonna be a competitive. Triple G ain't gonna lay down, but I think Canelo gonna get him. More so on points. Some people think he's gonna knock Triple G out. I'll say he probably get him on points. Unless Triple G really done, then you're gonna see a stoppage. But for me, I think Canelo gonna win on points. But my thing is, what is he gonna do after that? That's gonna be his 62nd fight. 62 fights, y'all. He got 61 right now under his belt. I'm telling you. And then, like I said, you out here cutting 10 pounds in one day and shit like that, wearing them little sweats, them little sauna suits or whatever them shit's called. Like, my thing is, why you still needing to cut so much damn weight so close to the fight? And then you doing it all in one day. And that shit, y'all telling me, y'all, that shit ain't gonna have no type of physical effect on him. He's Superman. He could just defy all odds. He can play with his weight. Up, down, up, down, up, down. It don't even matter. He could just do that and come in the fight and just be 100%, right? And he's some type of killer, right? Something ain't right with that, man. They say every good fighter has that one last great fight, and hopefully this is it. I was saying that same thing, Faye. Hopefully Triple G got this one last hoorah type of performance in him. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I always use Roy Jones as an example because that's the best example I feel like I could use. Because, you know, he went all the way up to heavyweight. And although he was successful, when he came back down at them lighter weights, he just never was the same physically again. Ever. He was never. And what I'm saying is Canelo is not half the athlete Roy Jones was. So how is it that he just all of a sudden going to defy the odds now? He might not have been the exact same age. Maybe he be a little younger in terms of years. But that's not the end all be all. Look how many fights he got. Get what I'm saying? So something just ain't right with that. You playing with your weight like that, that shit could affect one of the best athletes that boxing had. It definitely could affect a guy that's nowhere near on that level in terms of raw and natural athleticism. Got all that money, he should have a nutritionist. He should, bro. He should. And exactly that's the exact reason why he couldn't use the bad meat or the tainted meat as an excuse to how he got that clenbuterol in his system. I always knew that was a lie. You know, you had people that were Mexican coming out saying, like, do you know what kind of meat that he literally would have had to been eating to have that in it? like the very, very low end of meat. They said, look, how much money he make again per fight? You really think he going out there eating street time? Come on, man. I ain't saying he can't, but it's less likely, man. He should have been cut that way before it shows he thinks GGG ain't the same. That's all I'm saying. That's why I was asking, like, anybody feel like that's normal, dropping that much weight in one day, 10 plus pounds, and then being that close to the fight, and it's not going to affect him at all in no way, shape, or form. This is actually normal. That's all I want to know. Because if he cut that much weight, and think about it, he still wasn't on weight yet when he cut that much weight. So you get what I'm saying? He was going to have to do that again, and y'all telling me that none of that is going to bother him. That's what I'm saying. I just be looking at shit a little bit different, man. That shit sound funny, bro. I done seen UFC fighters there, Chris Cyborg, then they're passing out the cut weight. All that wild shit. I'm telling you, look at how Jaime Munguia fell out. Not his last fight, the fight before that. You know what I'm saying? Looking drained and shit like that. I was gonna try to finish him. He aiming for that. Yeah, he definitely is. He gonna try to get the finish. He capping. You notice how fighters act after they get a nutritionist. You got maize and shit. Don't add up. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You got maize, but you're gonna be eating bullshit meat though, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. You're gonna be eating the very low end of meat. Boy, you getting away from that. You see how Canelo live, boy? I ain't see that walk through in that mansion that this boy showed. Said, damn, Canelo living like a damn king. Showcase that boy mansion, all them damn cars. That boy living. He living good and he eating good. Yeah, I seen that Cyber weight because she was crying in the bathtub. You seen it, bro? I was like, dang, I almost felt bad for her. Like, yo, is it that serious, yo? Like, dang, about to pass out and all type of shit. I'm like, yo, that shit got to be crazy, bro. And still go out there and be able to perform. Like, that shit is crazy, man. But with him, it's just like up, down, up, down. That shit don't bother you. You Superman. You could defy all odds. Hell no, something ain't right. Alex, what's good with Alex? Salute, bro. Appreciate you stopping through. Guys, 19th is what's that? The date for what? EJ and Bud supposed to be, or for EJ, because EJ said with or without Crawford he fighting. So, and at least we know the 19th is on an actual Saturday when fights happen. That other date they was throwing out was a Tuesday, and we should all know better than that. They damn sure ain't scheduling that fight on no Tuesday. The 19th, like I said, that's a Saturday. But I ain't see it if that's what you're talking about. That fight, I didn't catch it. Mike Coppinger. We need to go ahead and get the people that fight. So boxing need this. That fight need to happen. This shit gonna be like a cleanse for boxing. I'm telling you, that shit is gonna be like a cleanse for boxing. People gonna I think the energy in boxing gonna reset once Bud and EJ fight. It's one of them things that just need to happen from an energy standpoint in the boxing community. It has to happen. They don't eat it. Can be a 2-fight deal. Yeah, I was hearing about that, a multi-fight, even possibly 3 or some shit like that. But either way, you getting more than 1 fight, and we here feeling like we ain't gonna get 1 and say we actually get 2. That'd be dope. That'd be some dope shit for them to give us 2 fights between them dudes, man. That'd be dope as shit. Canelo changes body temperature to cut weight. It also helps with muscle. That's a steroid. You don't just one day appear with it and shows up. When it was his true test for 160 out of his whole career before. I already make a good point, bro. And I always said that too, yo. People ever wonder why he waited or it had to get to the point where he had to face somebody that, you know what I mean, that was a real threat. Next thing you know, he got shit in his system. People don't think nothing was funny with that. And you know what, Fate? Even with that situation, like, I felt like, okay, they was going to give him a little slap on the wrist with the 6 months, but just follow me for a second. Triple G was already aging. So by you not fighting him and y'all having a whole additional 6 months, then plus the time it take them, set the second fight to the training camp to complete and you to actually be on the date of the fight. Look how much time in between then passed, and look how Triple G just, you get what I'm saying? Getting older and older. Now here y'all go. You already did it once. in a slick way. Like it kind of just, that's how the cookie crumble. You end up getting suspended for 6 months. So think about that. That's 6 months more that he just got to get older. And even though he competed well, he still kind of, I mean, he lost. The second one looked like it was more of a win for Canelo than the first fight. I'm gonna still always stick to, I think Triple G won the first one. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And why? My number one reason, just go back and watch it and see how much moving Canelo was doing. All I'm saying is, even though he was having success with his upper body movement, head movement, he still was getting clipped. And when you're doing all that moving, you're not doing what? Punching. And he don't fight well off the back foot. So he just did so much moving in that first fight. To me, it was kind of like, you know, even though it was close and competitive, to me, it was like, yeah, this definitely was Triple G fight to win. And he took that one from him. You could tell by the draw. The draw tell you everything you need to know. Remember one of the cards was a draw for Floyd? They was playing everything to their advantage. Yeah, facts. Fake. They want every advantage possible. Will Crawford to all proposed financial terms from Al Heyman, including a short end of the revenue split. Package has a bilateral rematch clause. Winner will earn the majority of the revenue in a rematch. That's dope. I hope that happened. I hope that happened. I hope that happened. But that's what it is, man. And again, like, this ain't no smashing and, you know, trashing Triple G as no fighter or nothing like that. Boy just need to step his shit up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Stop skipping, hopping, skipping, jumping around everybody and fight the people. Fight the people that want to fight you. I feel like he think he getting a pass with this Triple G fight because it's like it's still a risk. But come on, it's a risk he wanted to take. It ain't the real risk that we wanted to see him take. Everybody and their mom know they want to see that boy fight Benavidez, whether he beat him or not. And the more he don't fight him, the more I just feel like he can't beat him. I'm sorry, I'm just feel like that. Quee, my sis, how you feeling? Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through to my TWT family. Appreciate you. The fact that he waited to fight when he was in his late 30s. You get what I'm saying? And like, again, it's funny how that suspension joint worked out, because all that did was make the second fight take longer to happen. Get what I'm saying? More of a slight little advantage for him. Let me see if he got a little bit older, which he did. You get what I'm saying? Now it's much older now. Them 3 years, that shit gonna hurt. You get what I'm saying? It could hurt, and that's what they banking on. Just like they probably was banking on Bevel being inexperienced and them being able to go over there and snatch up a win. And it didn't happen. Out of risk, really. You get what I'm saying? It's like he taking, out of respect for the sport, he taking like the safest of the risks. You get what I'm saying? In his mind and his team mind, I really believe that, because what does fighting Golovkin for a third time really do for him if he win? If he already beat him. And then he's saying he you know, you got some people that willing to believe he won the first fight too. So it's like, what does that do for you, dragging him up a weight class and fighting him for the third time after he aged? Like, I'm trying to understand how people just don't see it. Like, he's taking, and they go, "Wow, that's Triple G." What you mean? Yeah, that's Triple G, but he old, man. Y'all know this is a young man sport. You can't be playing like that. Monica, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling? But yeah, man, it's just like you took the safest out of the, you know what I mean? The safest of the risks. You know what I'm saying? The one with the least resistance, at least in your mind. That's my opinion. I think that's who he's seen. Like, yo, he looked at Triple G last fight, said, yeah, he's getting older. It's time to fight him for this third time. And maybe I can knock him out. Something tells me that I think he really gonna try to go for it in this one. For some reason, and remember I said that we see it get to a point where it looked like he really going for it. Remember I said it, because I think banking on this dude not looking as good, slow down a step or two, where he could take advantage, exploit the holes in his defense a little more, probably like work the body more. Like if Murata could stun you a little bit to the body, Canelo throw some real good body shots, man. So I see him going to Gennady body. I see him trying to slow him down. And I think he got more of a chance to stop him to the body than to the head, in my opinion. You know what I mean? You've seen him more hurt to the body in his career than to the head. So, I mean, that might be a tall order if he's trying to knock him out with a chin shot or, you know, head shot, unless he hit him in the temple or something and clean his clock, then, you know, whatever. But Then again, on the flip side of that, he could be in for a rude awakening. You know, Triple G could really come in there and be more motivated for this fight than he was for the last two, because he know that you probably ain't getting another opportunity to fight him again. You probably not. So you're gonna have to make the most of it. And I think he got Jonathan Banks with him still, I think, as a trainer. Let's see if they're able to do something different that could change the course of the fight from the beginning, because the start of the fight is going to be very important. And I always say this, especially when it's in big fights, them first 4 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds, is going to be very important to see like where they at after that first quarter of the fight is completed. And I'm gonna be paying close attention to see right how they perform after that first quarter of the fight happens, because we talking about 2 dudes that struggle with gas tank issues. So it's no different in this fight. I think that's something that's always been their problem, and it's something that they've been able to kind of, get by doing. Triple G, not so much, but Canelo, I've seen him have stamina issues in the past, not so much as of recently, but it did look like they came back to haunt him a little bit in that Beagle fight, just a bit. Like he was a little tired too down that stretch. Like he blew his load early and he was just tired. He's older and still beat that boy up with that shit in the system. Shows Triple G was something to reckon with. But I'm annoyed that Triple G didn't fight other top guys. Yeah, he just got he was able to, like, again, another manufactured resume, and they blew my. I knew the minute they tried to peg him as one of the best middleweights in the last 25 years, I said, that's it. I'm good on him. I already know what y'all doing. Boy fighting people that ain't got a chance in hell of beating them, and y'all talking about he the best, this and that. Get this smoke. What's good with it, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. So it's like, I don't want to sound like I don't respect fighters and his career and his resume. I respect, some of the things that he's done. But again, people be making these bold statements and you disregarding a lot of history and a lot of solid resumes and runs to Undisputed. You know what I mean? At least 7 other people out, not counting Canelo, and you gonna just say this is the best run to Undisputed. I can't rock with that. I just don't think so. And again, it's gonna look real crazy if he's still campaigning at 68 and you just say Andre and Charlo still up there and they happen to be undefeated and still be up there. That's 3 weight classes, 54, 60, 68. Y'all been in them all the same weight classes together. You still ain't fought neither one of them. Then you're not gonna fight Benavidez, and we supposed to be cool. Like, who else do you fight? Because you not, even though you got 61 fights, you still got some, some years left in you. What is Canelo, like I say, like 32 or something like that? So it's like, I don't know what you gonna do. Marvin Hagler, the best middleweight, GGG resume. You get what I'm saying? They bogus, and think about who they trying to disregard when they try to say weird shit like that. You already know what they trying to do. Trying to put him and line him up there with the greats. You just can't do that, man. He sat in the division and he just didn't chase top smoke. Like, it's easy to see, man. It's easy to see that. And again, when you ain't got your emotions involved in it and you just looking at the landscape of things and how he's moving, you just see it's a consistent pattern to avoid or maneuver around people. I don't even like using no duck word. You know what I mean? I feel like it's just maneuvering around, man. It's maneuvering and avoiding top smoke and using your privilege or your name. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you generate money to kind of, you know what I mean? You using that to your advantage and they're allowing you to pick who you want to fight. So it's like, I just can't rock with that. I'm an advocate of dudes, fighters fighting other fighters that want to fight them back. Not just, you know what, I'm going to pick him today. And you know what I mean? Somebody get the call. Like, of course they're going to say, yeah, if it's Canelo, come with a bag. But call those people that's calling for you. That's what I'm saying. And you probably don't even automatically lose these fights. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, at least get those to us before people start anointing you to having the best run at Undisputed. Like, and then when you throw some of the names out there, as soon as you say Callum Smith, you don't even talk no more, bro. Like, I don't give a damn what belt he had. That boy is very limited, and you've seen it when they fought. That's what I'm saying. There's no slight to Canelo. He can't change the level of opponents, but he could have picked better ones. That's what I'm saying. He couldn't. Him fighting, Callum Smith wasn't going to make him a better fighter, but he could have picked better opponents. You get what I'm saying? He could have took more risks. That's all I'm saying. And again, none of these fights are automatic losses for him. So I just wanted to see him, because one thing about Canelo, he don't lay down either. You get what I'm saying? Even though he'd be limited somewhere, he don't lay down either. B-Hop, I like it. I like that. Get the smoke. Yeah, B-Hop, Taylor, Usyk, Charlo, Crawford, Canelo, Taylor Haney. That's cool. That's cool. See, and I go with your list any day before I would anything somebody else talking about on one of these platforms that's like pushing agendas. You know what I'm saying? And I like the way you put B-Hop in there because that's a lot of history right there. And again, when we talk about history, for them to just disregard B-Hop is bogus. Like so B-Hop ain't do nothing. Jermaine Taylor ain't do nothing. Damn, they ain't do nothing. Jermell Charlo ain't do nothing. You get what I'm saying? Like, damn, D-Man, what's good with it, my bro? My Canelo speaking Spanish in every interview now. B will beat the English language out of him. I told y'all that. Y'all thought I was playing. I said, yo, when he lost to Beevil and I seen him do that, the post-fight presser in the back, and somebody asked him a question and it was something that you know he could answer in English, man, he looked over at his translator like, yo, man, that's it. Y'all, you got y'all done lost. That's it. I ain't speaking. I ain't kicking it with y'all. Speak to my translator from now on. I'm like, damn, Canelo. D-Man was good, bro. I'm like, damn, Nello. It's like that. We ain't even do nothing to you. We just supported the fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? Parag versus GGG was a match that was great. But too bad Parag was injured and retired. Yeah, I think he had some back issues, something like that with his back. Yeah, I was a great fighter, one of the oldest champions, and that is a fact too. And that's a lot of history that people disregard when you try to just throw Canelo up there because y'all so enamored with the time frame that he was able to become undisputed. Talking about 10.5 months, beating 3 champions, this and that. Man, shut up, y'all. Just stop, yo. Them dudes ain't up. Them dudes ain't like that. At what point do quality matter? Like, that's why I said I had the conversation before. The belts don't determine the worth, yo. The quality of the opponent does, yo. I'm telling you. All champions ain't created equal. You got champions and then you got some belt holders. It's just what it is. Kambosos was a belt holder. This is a prime example. Belt holder. I ain't no true champion. Damn belt holder, man. Belt holder. And he was delusional as hell. That boy won one fight and thought he was the shit. Got beat up immediately. And the very next opportunity, he lost the belt. It's a title holder, man. I think B-Hop beat Jermaine both times personally. Those are some good ass fights, man. For real. He said, "You're not speaking." Yeah, facts. Queen said, "That's it." Said, "That's it. I got for you, Yankees." He probably called us Yankees and everything. The Gringos, whatever. What's the word? He ain't speaking to us. Whatever he said, he ain't speaking to us no more. B-Hop, my favorite fighter all time. These writers got to put respect on my guy as a boxer. That is a fact. That is a lot of history just saying the name B-Hop, period. And he ducked no smoke for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And stuck around way longer than anybody could have. You know what I'm saying? It was very successful for a long time as an old dude, man. So he did, that's defying odds. And you could tell he did that the natural way. You know what I'm saying? Canelo, you know what I'm saying? Losing 10 plus pounds in one day. Days away from the fight. Like, what you on, bro? Like, and when I say what you on, like, what you up to? Like, is that normal? Like, I wish I could talk to a nutritionist. I want to know, like, even a trainer. Like, again, if it's normal, I just want to know if it's normal. That's why I asked the question, because if I'm forced to make an observation, I'm going to say, damn, that seems a little crazy, because one would believe, even though you lost 10 plus pounds in one day, you still ain't on weight yet. So you probably going to have to do that maybe a couple more times to really be on weight. So what is that shit regular? How I say, you get what I'm saying, Queen? Like, what's up with that? And again, when you ask the questions, it's not for nobody, take it the wrong way. You're not bashing. I just want to know what's good, because I don't be seeing everybody doing that close to the fight, bro. 10 plus. And you could tell the way he explained it. If you just break it down, you was paying attention how he said what it was at the time of that video, and then said it was even more the first time he did it. So I'm like, damn. So I had to be over about 10 pounds or more. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And you close. It wasn't a week out from the fight. He posted the video. Yeah, he still got it up there. That shit look crazy. Losing weight fast causes help. You see what I'm saying? So again, I always use Roy because that's the best example that I could use of seeing a guy go up as high. He went as high as you could go heavyweight and then try to come back down. He was never physically the same again the minute he did that. So I'm just trying to see, like, is it a real possibility that this weight cut and the way he going about cutting the weight, because he did have like that sauna suit type, sweatsuit type shit on. So it's like, is that normal? And it's like, is that gonna have any effect on you come fight night. Because if so, you might be in trouble. You know what I mean? Health problems for sure playing with your weight like that. Too much weight. Pay attention to the weight. Pay attention to the weight. Any comments on Jesse Band fighting in the co-main? Dude, he's fighting is like 6 feet tall. Shit. You get what I'm saying? Quay, something be going on. Something be going on, bruh, big as hell too, though. That's why, and that's another reason why I don't give him no excuse for why he lost to Beeble, because of the weight was too much. Yeah, right. That dude be big as hell. You think he was 175 pounds on fight night? You get what I'm saying? That's a big dude. He's just not tall. He got weight and muscle mass, whatever it is. Canelo ain't no small ass dude, man. Just look, GGG old, still never struggle making weight. Now that's a fact. Respect the hell out of Triple G for that though too. Stayed there. He's very, very disciplined. And that was part of the Silk Pajama Posse. They be tearing him up with them silk jammy jams, man. Word. That's why I'm saying he done got comfortable, Smoke. He done got comfortable, bro. You know what I'm saying? He living too good, man. I'm telling you, I really think that's part of it too. He's complacent. He's not as hungry as he used to be, because you got to think, when's the last time he could remember that he ain't really had it his way? Like, he's had it his way for some years now, y'all. So it's like, he really probably feel like in his head, you know what? I should be able to pick any fight I want. I earned it. I work hard. I should be able to say, if I want to fight the janitor over here, I could fight him. If I want to fight the cashier at the drive-through window, I could fight him too. Like, that's where he at with it. I think that's his mentality. I think he feel like he's done enough for the sport. So at this point, this is his way of, I don't know, getting his get back. I don't know what. Like, you felt like you gave us enough great fights that the people still don't deserve more, and you could get paid upwards over 30 mil a fight and shit like that. 30, 40 mil, whatever bogus amount you be getting paid. Is like, come on, bro. Damn. Ain't nobody banking on you to lose. Nobody praying on your downfall. We just want to see the best fights, because I know for him to lose, you like, it's gonna take for somebody to really, put together a game plan, beat his ass. It ain't gonna be an easy task for nobody, but it can be done. Obviously, Beeble showed us, but Floyd showed us, but I think there's a couple more people that could show us too. And I think it's time he start fighting these people. Ego and cocky. Yeah, his ego crazy. It's like, I fight who I want. I don't know what y'all talking about. Like, I gave y'all these fights. I already fought this one before. I ain't fighting no Mexicans. I don't have to. Did y'all see when I fought Floyd? Like, I ain't got to fight nobody else. I fought Floyd. Like, nah, we don't care. We don't care, bro. He whooped your ass too. Whooped your ass. We want to see these other fights. That's all I'm saying. Win, lose, or draw. And the more time goes on, y'all, the more less likely I think any of these fights are going to be, because of the amount of fights he already got, and I just don't see him taking, the most dangerous challenges as he's getting older. Because I think he's becoming less and less of himself physically, and whether people want to admit it or not, it's just what it is. He ain't as much in his physical prime as what some people might believe. That's my honest opinion and assessment of it. And I think you can see that, and not just in the losses, the wins as well. Like, that's not the same exact dude, yo. Maybe that upper body movement be like blinding people from thinking, maybe I still think that, or it's people out there that still think that he's what he once was. Nah, he not. He's slowing down. He got a lot of fights, a lot of training camps. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's real out here. You fight Beeble again, he gonna get whipped, yo. He fight Beeble again, I give him, even when lose or draw, I give him the utmost respect if he fought Dimitri Beeble again. Because I, for one, don't think that's a loss that he willing to take again. Because it's like, when would you do it? Like, you get what I'm saying? Would you fight Gennady? Because he's gonna beat Gennady. Yeah, I'm gonna say this because I'm a bold statement, because I don't mind being wrong about this. But the way I see it, think it can be competitive. I don't think Gennady gonna lay down. He might surprise Canelo a little bit in there, but Canelo is gonna win, possibly on points. If Triple G, that age really hit him, then it's over. Like, if he faded, he go in there and just look faded, then he could potentially get stopped, and possibly to the body before the head, because he got a hell of a chin. I ain't never seen the dude get dropped yet. So, I mean, I think he could think he can make this shit interesting. I think Canelo's gonna beat him. They strategically, carefully waited this dude out, and they're gonna fight him now, and he gonna have I guess the physical van, he younger, fresher still. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see just how fresh he is. Lady, do appreciate you in the super chat just because I'm fine, huh? Look at you. I get to work, girl. Canelo knew he wasn't going to defend against a ranked 168 challenger for 2 years when he signed at his own deal. Man, Smoke, you on it, bro. You on it, because I promise you he did. And it's crazy they allow him to do it, yo. They don't mind. They don't mind, like, yo, you can do what you want. Do what you want. That's because he makes so much money for these people or whatever the case, man. They just be kissing his ass. And I, for one, I'm sick of it. He's a good fighter. Make no mistake about it. He's not trash, none of that. I never say that about him. He's a solid, good fighter. Good fighter. But it's just he ain't challenged himself accordingly. And if this was anybody, you see, look at the flack Jamal Charlo get, period, for his opponent selection. You get what I'm saying? But meanwhile, you got this dude that's fighting people that you know ain't gonna give him no work. You get what I'm saying? That shit is mind blowing. It's frustrating. Canelo loses more than 4 rounds, then I don't want to hear nothing from him being the best. I'm telling you, bro. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'm actually a little more intrigued to watch this fight now because of just the things that's surrounding it. Like me seeing him cutting that weight like that. I'm just looking like maybe that shit does not affect him because he, in some people's eyes, he's Superman. You know what I'm saying? King Nello, as they be calling him. So I just want to see if that's going to affect him. I want to see if just the playing musical chairs with your weight at some point is going to affect him physically. Maybe he get in there and it just, he already got them slow feet, y'all. So what do he get in there and it look like he really stuck in the mud type deal? And he can't maneuver and get away from Triple G how he would like to. Now I'm saying, and he forced to fight it out with him more. Man, because still to this day, the only fight where I seen Canelo visibly hurt was when he was like 19 and he fought Cotto brother. And Cotto brother caught him with that, I think, an overhand or a hook, something it was, and stiffened his legs up. He did shake it off and end up knocking dude out. But that's the only time I seen him like hurt, where you could tell his legs was like heavy. He had them heavy legs. So I want to see if Triple G is able to like make him pay for playing around with his weight is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? And underestimating him because I think they banking on this dude for looking 40. I'm telling you. And maybe if he trained the right way, and maybe we get a real good fight out of him, man. I just hope so. In 3 consecutive fights across 2 weight classes, Canelo fought 3 prime undefeated current world champions at the time. Plant, Saunders, and Beaver. Yeah, he fought because he got his ass beat. Yeah, by Beaver. Beaver put hands on that boy. Yeah, Canelo like 31, 32 years old. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. You still supposed to be in your prime. Fight Benavidez, bro. Fight Charlo, fight Andre, man. Beat one of them dudes up. At least fight them, yo. I know you just can't not fight all of them dudes. That shit crazy. Don't move his legs like before. He's going to have to exchange it. If GGG lands clean, it'll make Canelo reset each time and frustrate him. You see that too, and you know what I think he's going to try to, like he always do, keep that jab in Canelo face and try to offset some shit with that jab. We're going to see how effective he really could be with it. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see. Because any other time he able to use that motherfucker, he ain't shy with using that jab. I just hope he come in with the right kind of game plan. For real. And I hope he don't look super old like on fight night because Father Time really undefeated. See how bad Father Time rolled Luis Ortiz back a couple weeks ago. Father Time was on his back early, and I said it. I kept saying it. I said, yo, this is why I always say this, y'all. Them first 4 rounds, the first quarter of the fight is going to be very important. He can't afford to get caught cold. What do you do? Get caught early and get dropped. I said, there we go. He couldn't do that. That's because now you behind the 8 ball. And even though he was getting dropped throughout the fight, one did land like close behind the head, but it wasn't a dirty shot. It's just where it landed at. It was weird. You know what I'm saying? And then one of them was more of a push to me. And the other one, I think maybe he got 2 knockdowns. But even with that, look how close that fight was. You get what I'm saying? But Father Time was all on his ass, man. But he because if not, like if this was the 36, 37 year 34-year-old Luis Ortiz, he messed around, stop Andy Ruiz. You get what I'm saying? And when I seen how hesitant he was in there, like how he was like second guessing himself and not pulling the trigger, I'm like, that's not a good sign for Luis Ortiz, because he's known as like a Cuban southpaw, like a sniper with that right hand. You know what I'm saying? He'll set you up. He landed some of them lefts, but he it seemed like more was available to him, but because of the age he had, it's just the reflexes wasn't there. He was second guessing too long and hesitating. Like, you even seen him like halfway throw punches at times and didn't even throw them. Like, I mean, it wasn't like it was just a feint. You get what I'm saying? And even if it was like that, look how noticeable he was fighting. Like, some of the shit he was doing, like, you can tell this dude old, man. And it's all good. He old. Who's on Planet Resume and Billy Joe Saunders, please tell me a good top-ranked fighter. That's what I'm saying, bro. Trying to fluff it. So again, that's why I made that point, Fate. Like, people say men lie, women lie, numbers don't. The numbers might not lie, because although those are facts, like what I'm reading off, you know what I'm saying? They're facts. They're facts, but they're deceiving. They're deceiving facts. They don't tell the whole story. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to deep dive a little bit. On the surface, yeah, it's like, oh, these was world champions when he beat them. Yeah. But then you got to deep dive and say, well, who are these dudes? Because quality does matter, man. All champions ain't created equal, yo. I'm going to keep saying it. They not. Everybody undisputed run ain't going to be the same. Some people is going to have lighter, you know what I mean, like easier paths to the undisputed. Like, respectfully, much respect to Devin Haney. The biggest risk about the fight that he just fought for undisputed was where he fought at and the circumstances surrounding his dad and all that. That's what made that fight risky. You get what I'm saying? Other than that, the opponent, he fight this dude 10 times out of 10, he's going to beat him every single time. So although he's undisputed and you're not slighting it, but that path there wasn't difficult. It was not a difficult one, bro. It just wasn't. Like, you happen to have basically essentially almost had to fight one real fight to get that shit, or two fight. You got the vacant WBC, you get what I'm saying? And then you was able to fight for the rest of the belts by somebody that was never on your level. So those are just facts. Those are facts. So when you put that out there, it's like some people would think you hating. No, I'm not hating on Devin Haney. I appreciate what he did, but his path there just wasn't, you know what I mean? He didn't meet that much resistance on his way there. This is what I'm saying. And then the guy that he had to fight for all the belts didn't put up that much of a fight in there. He just couldn't fuck with him. So it's like his path there just wasn't that crazy. It just wasn't. Now you go look at somebody like a Jermell Charlo. We all know the people he had to beat. You get what I'm saying? Running through these dudes and getting knockouts doing it. He done got with Derrick James. Derrick James improved this dude attitude, his confidence, and he got this dude feeling like he a knockout artist, and he's getting knockouts. When earlier in his career, it was Maul Charlo that was the knockout puncher, and Mel was the boxer. Now he out here sleeping people, and because of that confidence, he was able to take these rematches that he took and not only win them, but win them by knockout and breaking his opponents down and shit like that. So it was like, man, his path to undisputed is just so much better than me. Because, you know what I mean? He fought the people he was supposed to fight. You can't say he ducked or dodged. Can't say this one or that one. If you do that, you'll be nitpicking. He fought the people he's supposed to fight, and he whooped some ass, man. Dictate the way people don't really know how much to make them think, oh, Canelo fought the greats. Facts, bro. Facts. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I think a lot of times when people make these talking points and they come up with this shit, I think they banking on their message and their content reaching a lot of the casuals, because you can lie, you can sit up and lie. A casual fan, and it's not a bad thing being a casual fan either. I don't know why that's pegged as such a bad thing. Like, sometimes people just don't watch that much boxing, so you watch it every now and then. So you casually watch it. You know what I mean? You're not a diehard, but that's not a bad thing. It's only bad when you're trying to argue with people about shit maybe you don't know about because you ain't been following the sport. But other than that, casuals are very necessary. But I think certain people that put out certain content, that's their focus and goal. They're hoping to reach the casual audience because they're not going to question you as much. They're not going to come and have a live and sit here and say, hey, man, it's the 4 belt era. You got about 8 people up here. They got Saul at the first, number 1. You ain't going to have nobody really go through that and hold Canelo. Let's see if he really, if his career really lined up to the standard that they holding him to on this list. You get what I'm saying? And just simply put, it's not. I don't want to keep being repetitive, but again, had he fought these 3 other guys in his thumbnail, which he still got an opportunity to do, and we'd be having a much different conversation. And I think all of us in here right now agree. Yo, he beat Benavidez, Charlo, you know what I mean? Andre. I won't say nothing else for the rest of his career. Like, I'm telling you now, he fought at least 2 of those. If he even fought them all, I wouldn't complain and say nothing. He ain't got to win all of them. If he at least fought those dudes, I wouldn't say nothing. I wouldn't have nothing to complain about because I'd be like, oh, nah. He got tired of, he been hearing the whispers too. He just said, you know what, I'm going for everybody. Because he did supposedly say that he going to make this fight with Charles. I just want to see it. And I don't want to feel like you got all these crazy advantages when I see it. I just want to see it more so sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? And again, you know what I mean? Saturday night is going to say a lot, man. I just want to know where each fighter go from here, man. Where they go from here. If Triple G win, who do he fight next? Get what I'm saying? If Triple G win, would Canelo try to fight him a 4th time, y'all? Do you think? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. If Triple G lose, he said he ain't retiring. I think Bro T reported on that. He not retiring. He still got more left in him. But, you know, of course, he could say that. Next thing you know, it'd be second guessing himself again. Can see Bam in action. Yeah, Bam is the real, man. Bam is the real. Kai, what's good with it? TBS. Salute to the boxing section. What's good with you, bro? What's good with you, man? But yeah, man, just and I just got this this right here too. I just came across this. Where is that shit at? This is right here exactly why Ryan Garcia won't be great as a fighter inside the actual ring for shit like this right here. You better run, you better do what you can. That's what he want to do for a living, yo. He want to throw body shots and shit for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like body shot challenges. Man, get your ass out of here, boy. You don't go in that gym and train? That's his problem. Somebody gonna sleep him soon. He better pray that he ain't. I hope that Tank fight next for him. Prospect on the card too. Mark Castro. Oh, Mark Castro. I like Mark Castro. Mark Castro is nice. I like Bam and I like Mark Castro. Mark Castro is nice. KJ, salute my bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? Ryan, a social media thought. That's a fact, bro. Like you know, you had Danny Garcia and Shawn Porter had some thoughts on you know Carl. I'm gonna play Terrence. I'm gonna play this joint from Shawn Porter ass.
Ryan Garcia. I salute Ryan Garcia. I don't think he can beat Tank Davis. It's gonna be the biggest fight in the lightweight division. If he loses to Tank Davis, it's how he loses. If he loses a split, if it's a draw, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the worst doesn't happen and he doesn't get knocked down or anything like that and he just loses the fight, puts up a great fight, it's unfortunate that it takes something, that type of fight, for him to be accepted by the entire boxing world. You know what I mean? So, but it kind of is what it is. So
yeah, but see, the problem, see, with Shawn Porter, I agree with some of what he's saying. I get it. But the problem is he it seems like maybe he's not aware as to why people don't accept him in the boxing ring. And it's because look at his performances. Like, yeah, I could say, he getting knockouts. Nah, people looking deeper than that. You're not fighting no real smoke. You calling for it, but you ain't participating in no 50-50 type fights. They know goddamn well Oscar De La Hoya got you on witness protection, bro. He just not putting you in there with people that truly threaten what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? Fortuna is not gonna do it, bro. Fortuna ain't gonna do it. What's the manual to go? Come on, bro. They're not gonna do it. And all that jelly, but she crazy. Crazy, man, crazy. I kind of hope GGG gets the dust beat off his ass. He ain't gonna fight nobody, bro. Yeah, but see, I can understand why you feel like that, because he ain't gonna fight nobody. But yeah, Shawn Porter, the reason why people don't accept Ryan Garcia is nothing personal. It's just he's not putting in the work. He's doing a lot of talking. He's doing way more talking than he is fighting. He's a social media guy. You get what I'm saying? And people feel like they real fighters. And you gonna keep calling my name. You gotta get in there with me, or stop calling my name, and then I won't even think about you. You know, KSI brother. He fighting Floyd. Yeah, Deji, something like that. Yeah, Floyd, man. Floyd need to get one of these other like dudes already got money. Like go fight somebody else that need that opportunity, Floyd. That's the why I don't respect what he's doing. Fight some you already ain't fighting nobody. Won't you fight somebody else? Like and give somebody that really need that bag, that opportunity. Not somebody that already got one. Man, that shit is annoying. Jelly Bean salute, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Floyd be pissing me off with some of the shit he be doing, bro. I swear I be trying not to like, but he be blowing my shit, man. For real, like he always up. I don't nobody want to see that. Fights till we give one of the young up and comers or somebody that ain't getting the opportunity professionally, like get him that opportunity to make that bag. Yo, then I respect it. You just fighting anybody at this point. It shit kind of getting on my nerves a little bit for it. Man, fight somebody else then. You know what I'm saying? But all right, get your money, whatever. I mean, I still think you should be fighting one of them young people that didn't get an opportunity. Here go Danny Garcia and what he had to say about Ryan.
First of all, Ryan's been looking great, you know, since he came back. Gervonta Davis might be...
Yeah, we're going to run that back because he just said that.
First of all, Ryan's been looking great, you know, since he came back. Gervonta Davis might be like the biggest star in America. He sells out Georgia, he sells out in Barclays Center, so he's a young big star. Ryan Garcia is another big star, social media star. He just did good in where he caught that, so I think that's a big fight. I think it's a great fight. There's no loser in that fight to me. When you fight the best, you're going to lose.
Yeah, the only problem with what Danny Garcia said is when you fighting the best, there's no loser in the fight. I get that, but Ryan Garcia ain't the best. And why he ain't the best? Because he ain't fought nobody close to the best. And him going in there with Tank don't make that a great fight because you don't have two great fighters. It'd be great entertainment, but that wouldn't be a great fight because Ryan don't bring enough skillfully to the table to make it as a greater fight as I think what people are thinking it would be. I think the minute he slow down a little bit or Tank catch up to him, whichever one of those two things happen first, the beginning or the end, he's on a countdown after that. And he won't go 12 rounds with Tank. Not with that chin, not with that defense. No. Sleep, NyQuil, melatonin, whatever else that you need to go to sleep. It'll all be in Tank glove when he hits you. Don't even worry about it. Then all that anxiety and shit, I'm telling you, best sleep you ever had in your life. Think Tank. Telling you, just think Tank. Floyd got Floyd TV, but he gotta just live his life and stay out of the scene. Yo, he won't do it, and he won't even get it up and comers that opportunity. Yo, you're fighting a YouTuber that already doing his thing. Fight somebody else. Man, come out here to Jersey. Like, yeah, I'll fight you. I swear to God, I would. That whatever y'all about to pay that YouTuber, think I won't? Facts, quick, because he won't apply himself, and that's my issue with Ryan. He has skill and he has some talent to work with. He has potential, but it's up here for me. I need to see him actually apply himself and put that work in. All them body shot challenges and all that weird shit, that shit corny. Like, just put the work in because I believe if he do, you got a real player at whatever weight class he in. But if he don't put the work in, he's just going to forever be limited to me. I want Tank for real. I don't think so either, yo. And when it do happen, it's going to be like when you get your bluff call type deal. It's going to be like that. November 19th, Vegas 2-fight deal. Wow. Because 19th sound like a real date because it's on a Saturday. Ryan would get KO'd. Facts. Freddie Montana, salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. I don't know if you subbed to the channel already, but if not, come join the family, bro. Hit that like button, sub to the channel. Appreciate you stopping through. I think it's official now. Yeah. Again, but you know what's funny, y'all? That we bringing this up. That's cool because Didn't we just get word that EJ said with or without him, the 19th he fighting, and then don't y'all think it's a little funny how all of a sudden now it's like they saying the fight is gonna happen on the 19th? Don't that kind of make you feel like EJ be getting this shit done or making shit happen, or you know what I mean? My noob, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, man. And sub to the channel and welcome to the family. If you once you sub to the channel, bro. What's good, D Free? What's good, my bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Yeah, man. That sounds like good news. I just want to see it. I'll be happy. And if it's more than one fight, that's a treat for all of us, man. We get to see that shit twice. Man, boxing win twice, y'all. 2 times. Twice. Boxing win. They get 2 bags if it go that way. You get what I'm saying? I love that. I love that energy, man. I love it, man. Love it. Appreciate you sliding through, Brody. Welcome to the family. But yeah, man, I just did. Again, I feel like the energy in boxing gonna kind of reset once we get this fight because we need it. You know what I'm saying? I think people just need to see it happen. Win, lose, or draw. I think people just need to see it happen. Give people a day or a week or two to get over whoever win or lost, and then boxing and be back to normal, man. Then them dudes would be on to other things, man. You know, it just I'm ready to see this fight. I'm definitely ready to see it. They're gonna go crazy now. You know it. And they just had a they just had a good debate last night? Last night, man. KO was doing this thing, man. Yeah. And it ain't like that, you know, just cause somebody did a debate already don't mean you can't do an up to date one once stuff happen. So that's gonna create some more content right there. Yeah, man, I want to see it, man. That's good for boxing, man. But that's how you want it. That's how you want it. You want to see that. Now I'm seeing there's breaking news too, y'all. So y'all already know what it is, and I'm seeing the right people report it. So that's cool. That's definitely cool. Okay, so I guess we got some action then, y'all. We gonna get something then. Good, because we all need to see it. Need that fight. If it happens, can we? Press going to be entertaining. Facts, it is. I got Spence Jr. versus Crawford. Who you got? I got Spence too, bro. Like that saying, man, the great big man beats the great little man. It's one of them scenarios. You know what I'm saying? I think they both gonna raise each other levels that night. I think we're gonna see two fighters really like perform at the highest level. But I think at some point, you know, once the fight transitions from a boxing match to a fight. Once that happens, once that transition is made, I start to favor Errol Spence. So again, I'm a fan. I always pay very close attention to them first 4 rounds in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because those first 4 is going to be telling. And why I say that because you know you got Terrence Crawford is looked at as a slow starter, or at least that's been his issue in the past when he's going up against certain fighters. Get what I'm saying? He likes to start slow. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just say this straight up. If you start slow against Spence, if you put yourself in a deficit 2 to 3 rounds straight, some shit like that, you're going to make that fight that much harder for you to win. You get what I'm saying? From the outside, I could see Crawford having his success. You know what I mean? From mid-range, maybe so too. But you know what? Earl can fight at all 3 phases, all 3 ranges, outside, mid-range, inside. And I feel like from mid-range to inside, it definitely favors Errol Spence. Maybe from the outside, it might favor Terrence Crawford because he's more of a counter puncher. So if it's that type of fight, that might be a pace in which he could have success. But again, Spence's boxing ability and IQ is underrated. So he also could fight from outside if he wants to too. And he can box better than what people give him credit. I think they just banking on Spence just going in there trying to blast him out. This dude gonna be very educated and smart and tactical the way he gonna go about this fight, yo. Both of these dudes, and I said this time and time again because I rock with both and watching both of them for years. I'm gonna keep watching them until they retire. When that fight turns into a fight, it's gonna get tough in there for somebody. And whatever game plan these two dudes draw up with their teams and their coaches, they're gonna have to go in there come fight night and execute said game plan. Or whatever that is. I feel like whatever game plan they draw, you have to be able to implement it and stick to it. You get what I'm saying? Not only that, it's going to be moments, I think, in the fight where you forced to make an adjustment on the fly, where you might be forced to do something that you might not necessarily had put inside the game plan. And that's just normal when you fighting somebody, when you fighting at the highest level. And I think, you know, they give Crawford a lot of, like I hear this all the time, he got all these tools and he got more tools than Errol Spence, but I never hear nobody tell me what these tools are. They name some things, but I don't hear the tools. So I'm saying like, yeah, and a lot of stuff they banking on is things that hasn't happened. Are you banking for everything that kind of go right? For some of these scenarios to play out the way people describe this fight, it's like everything is you telling me basically everything is going to be going in Crawford's favor. I just don't believe that. And it's like you got a guy in there being able to throw twice as many punches as you once that his motors start going. And I said this all along to people because they keep saying, oh, he's not going to throw that many punches against him. How could you say that? And salute the knockout for being a fucking student of the sport and getting the numbers and breaking that shit down, man. Spence is a lot better than what people giving him credit for. 100%. Like these tools that they keep saying Crawford got. I ain't saying he don't, but they ain't able to explain it to me in a way where I could really agree with it. Just do content coming in. You already know, man. We gonna, I ain't stopping Brody. Spence is a very smart boxer. He's gonna be on his A game. That's a fact. Spence is gonna be in shape, bud, though, looking too comfortable. That's all. Who Israel was good with it, Brody. Appreciate you for sliding through in there. And it is. He look very comfortable. You get what I'm saying? He looked very comfortable, but I think some of that could be smoke and mirrors too. I think Terrence Crawford a lot smarter than what he sometimes show people. Or like when he talk, you feel a certain way and you be looking side-eyeing him like, well, did he just say that? But I think he's a little smarter than what he might lead people to believe. And he know he in for a fight, yo. Because Spence know he in for a fight. His trainer, Derek James, know they in for a fight. Which is why as soon as he was done beating new guys, he told him, hey, we got to focus. You got to get better. This is, the shit. He ain't even get to celebrate it. Before you even could get happy about this shit, I'm on your ass. Hey, we got to get back. That's just gonna make that just goes to show you what Bud is up against. I guarantee you, Bomac didn't say that to him after he beat Shawn Porter. I guarantee you he ain't walk up to him and was like, yo, we gotta be better for this Spence fight. I bet you he didn't. But smart, he a good liar. yeah, he's slick, yo. He could be slick. It's gonna be one hell of a fight, lady, dude. Definitely. That's what I always want to say to people. Like, now I feel like some people don't feel like it'll be 50-50. It don't have to be that either, though. But they're gonna raise each other levels. You're gonna see what boxing is all about that night from both dudes, yo. Trust me. But I just seen, like, I've heard people say that Bud got more dog in him. I think that's bogus, man. Like, I hope he don't go in there thinking that. Or then again, I kind of hope he do think that. Maybe he approach the fight a certain way if he think he got more dog, but I don't think so. It looks very good shape. I think Spence Jr. better boxer. Yeah. Spence he's very disciplined, but so is Crawford. But I feel like being technically and fundamentally sound and knowing how to implement that in every fight and never forgetting, always working behind the jab, never forgetting about the body. Those things right there has put Errol Spence in a position to just be damn near be one belt away from being undisputed. You get what I'm saying? So I think, like I always said, when people try to call him basic, that's the word for I want to slight him. So I'm gonna call him basic instead of fundamentally sound, which what he is. So when being that and being the fact that he knows how to do it at a high level, like he just hard to stop. Like Spence is the prime example of how you don't need flash. You know what I'm saying? And flurries to win fights. You get what I'm trying to say? Like people be like, well, Crawford got all these tools. No, I think they both got a lot of tools. I think they both come equipped with a nice set of tools. I just think they use their tools differently. That's what you see. All this, he got way more. If he go in that fight thinking he got so much more shit than EJ, he gonna lose, bro. I think they both come equipped with a lot of tools. They just use them shits differently. Period. It's just like one is a counter puncher. One is I'm gonna go get you and break you down. You get what I'm saying? They have things that they can do that's similar, but it's more that Spence could do that I think is gonna be effective come fight night. That's the best way I could put it. Like I think ultimately once that's forced to be a real fight, then we're gonna get some questions. You can't outdog a dog that's been dogging people. I just don't. The bigger guy. That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's gonna outdog him. Vegas, I thought they was trying. In Texas, good either way. Yeah, we kind of could see the Vegas thing coming, right? Because it's cell bug get caught a lot by pressure fighters, and that is a fact. And this whole notion that he won't be able to throw punches against him is bogus too. Because it's like Knockout said, what was it? Mean Machine was throwing 40-something punches, and I forgot somebody else threw about 6. Somebody else I forgot, but it was a couple fighters that worked exactly at the rate they wanted to. So he doesn't have that Mayweather type ability. And what I mean by that is Mayweather has an ability where if you're a guy that throw a whole bunch of punches around, he could put you in a position where he lowers your punch output. Remember how he did Manny Pacquiao? Totally different guy. Wasn't throwing none of. Remember how he did Marcos Maidana in the second fight as opposed to the first one? Remember that dude was throwing 80, 90, 100 punches around, whatever he was doing? Remember the second one? He was unable to do any of that. Floyd has that ability to remove that from you. Terence Crawford does not. I haven't seen him do that to nobody. I've seen him break people will and beat people up. There's no doubt I've seen him do that. But when somebody want to get off, they're going to get off. And I think EJ is one of them dudes. And the key is he's going to be throwing the right punches. He's going to be doing the shit that matter, hitting you where it matters, hitting you in your body where motherfuckers really don't focus on. And he bang that body, the head is going to be there. BC, what's good with it, my bro? What's good with you, Brody? But has a lot of tools. What are they? Bet they can't tell you. That's what I said, D man. They usually can't. And I always try to be fair to both fighters. Like they both got a nice set of tools that they come equipped with. They just use them different. They just use them shits differently, man. You know what I'm saying? And that styles are different. You know, one guy's a counter puncher, patient, rhythm fighter. And again, like I think the key is going to be how the styles mesh. Like Terence Crawford is a rhythm fighter. If you allow him to get comfortable, he's going to pick you apart. That I know for a fact. He's going. If you allow that man to sit back there, think, play chess, get comfortable, pick his shots, he's going to hurt you. He's going to break you down. He's going to pick you apart. But again, EJ has that style where once I get in your chest, I can remove your ability to think. Being in your chest does what? Offset your timing and your rhythm. Rhythm is one of Terence Crawford's most key attributes to me as to why he wins fights. He's a rhythm fight. When you knock that guy out of his rhythm, you have success. If you don't believe me, go look at the Shawn Porter fight when he forced him into exchanges, man. When he get clipped, you knock him off his rhythm. He's forced to reset. He don't look as comfortable. It took him a second, man. That's why that fight was like nip and tuck with him and Shawn Porter. I'm telling you, he's a rhythm fighter. Errol Spence has the ability to disrupt your time and your rhythm, stay in your chest, and force you to make a mistake earlier than you wanted to, because he's used to being. He lives in the inside, so once he get there, he know what his job is. You is going to be unfamiliar territory for you, and he's just too big and too strong, I think, for you to tie him up each and every time he want to get into your body. I just don't think you're going to be able to do that, and you're going to have moments where you got to fight, and that's going to be telling who got more dog in them. That's when you're going to see who got more dog, when it turned into a fight. Not when it's a boxing match, y'all. When it's a chess match, it's going to be a chess match. When that shit transition over to a fight, you're going to see one of the best fights I think you've seen all year. I really believe that. But just got timing and countering fact. And that rhythm, bro, he did Diego like that too. You know what I'm saying? He and rhythm, yo, he's a rhythm fighter. But if you disrupt that shit, man, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. Well, there's all that good stuff, that lower competition. He wasn't using all them tools like that with Porter. Can he help Buzz stop Shawn? You know it, bro. You know it. BC said Buzz, great time and a chip on the shoulder. Yeah, he said he got the Napoleon complex or something. I just read. I think somebody dropped the video with him saying that. And I get it. He can fight his ass off. Make no mistake. He can, yo. That's why this fight is worth even seeing. Yeah, he definitely got some power. I just think, again, it's going to be a tale of two different fights. It's going to be, I think, early chess match. Let's see after the first four, or let's see when it turns into a fight, how it start to look. Yeah, man. The only thing I will say with him is he can be a little wide with his punches. Like they always talking about Earl lunging in. They was talking about the lunging in the corner when he did it. Derek James was literally telling you, Earl responded like, yeah, I was getting careless. Yeah, you are. Like, he got on him for that. That's not, don't expect him to do that again. Like, y'all banking on him not being sharper. Just bank on him being sharper than he was against Ugas, y'all. Trust me. He's going to raise his level because the level of opponent he's in there with is a better one. And he's going to raise his level because of it. But mine is good too. He takes shit personally. Yeah. And I think that drives him and motivates him. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think it's detrimental to him. I think that's part of the reason why he's able to win. You get what I'm saying? You got to be confident. You got to, like, you know what I mean? I think he just know how to channel that shit and put it into beating your ass. But again, it's going to be very key for EJ to disrupt Buzz's timing and his rhythm. His rhythm, like he a rhythm fighter. Once he get into a rhythm, he start being able to pick his shots and do his thing. it's a much tougher fight for the person on the other side of him. That's just what I know from watching him. I think the beginning they're gonna feel each other out first 2 or 3 and then pick it up after. That's why I said I'm looking at that first 4 real close just to see how much action take place. And then I want to see, like I said, because it's gonna be chess match early, it's gonna be a fight at some point, and I really think so. Unless Bud got some type of power that's gonna stop EJ from being EJ. And y'all gotta think, a prime Kell Brook hit pretty hard. He's a pretty strong dude. He had a lot of knockouts too. The prime Kell Brook before he lost, you know what I mean? He had a nice punch. I'm not willing to believe that Crawford hit so much harder than that version of Kell Brook that EJ fought, if that's fair. You see how big Kell Brook is naturally, forearms and shit. He's a solid dude. Even Spence said it. That was one of the strongest dudes he ever faced. I believe he said that because he was pushing his head down the inside and shit like that. Said Kell Brook strong as shit. So I know Bud's strong too, but I'm just saying punching power. So I think EJ is still gonna be EJ. That's basically what I'm saying. Like, you're gonna have to be a special guy to stop him from being himself. You know what I mean? The longer you can stop EJ from being EJ, the more success you're gonna have. But the more he's allowed to be himself, good luck. Good luck. I mean, I don't care if you make it to 12 rounds, but good luck beating him on the cards too. You know what I'm saying? But throws a lot of looping punches. That's what I was saying, D-Man. And I feel like Spence is more of a, being technically sound, and he's sharper. Like, the way he deliver his shit is just to the target, back home. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at the punch that he dropped Porter with. Look how sharp it was and tight. You get what I'm saying? As opposed to looping the shot. You get what I'm saying? Somebody loop a shot and you throw a tight one. Whose shot gonna land first? You get what I'm saying? So they definitely got things that they gonna both exploit against each other, man. It's gonna be one of them, man. I really feel like that. Start out the aggression. Hey, man, and if he can't slow him down, I'm telling you, you better be able to slow that boy down. Here's the way Canelo GGG. I got Canelo TKO GGG in the 11th round. And then if he really come in there and Father Time is all over his back, Freddie, he could possibly get stopped late. But if he was to get stopped, I would see it being more so with a body shot before I would to the head. But we're going to see. But either way, I got Canelo winning on points. You know what I'm saying? If he knock him out, then that means Father Time was all over Triple G, and it's going to be a late stop. You know what I'm saying? But I got it on points. Right, EJ said he was hurting his neck. Your word, pushing his shit down. Strong as hell. You see what I'm saying, D-Man? He keep it real. Be a fight early, but tendencies get hit with solid shot. He stopped boxing and he fights the rest of the time. And that is something right there that I think could be detrimental. The same thing that's made him successful thus far has worked doing that, getting cut. Like, oh, you know what? Let's fight now. Don't do that. Stick to your game plan. Stick to your game plan and trust the game plan that you and your coach drew up. Do not just throw it out the window. And that's why I said there's one of the two fighters that's more disciplined in terms of inside the ring and implementing the game plan and sticking to it. You've seen several fights where Bud got clipped and just went for it. You know what I mean? To start pressing forward. You know that's plan B or C. That's not what he intended to do, because that's how he was fighting up until that point. You can tell. You've seen that multiple times. How many times have y'all seen Errol Spence get knocked off his game plan? How many fights of Errol Spence have you seen where he didn't set things up and work off the jab? You get what I'm saying? How many fights have you had where he didn't work behind the jab and go to your body? Stay patient and break you down. Then the motors start to rev and you start to pick up the pace. This is not just an Ugas fight. People got to know what they're talking about. He been drilling and bringing his work rate up like this, landing 50% of his power shots and shit like that. It's not, Ugas is not the only time he did that shit. That's what I was trying to tell people. I got to watch more Errol Spence, man. Some of them earlier fights, he was whooping some ass, man. I'm telling you, dude, that dude is a workhorse. And all I'm saying is you cannot allow him, the same way EJ can allow Bud to settle into his rhythm and pick his shots at will and play chess. You can't allow EJ to rev his engine up and get going, because it's going to be very hard to stop. And again, it's not just the volume of the punches. It's the fact that he's very accurate despite the high volume that he throws. He's very accurate. So it's like that's tough to stop. And that's against everybody. Good volume, good to high volume. And he's going to be very accurate when he's throwing. Like, you get what I'm saying? He know where to place his punches. He's very smart with that. Like, it's just a little different with him. So it'd be his demise with Spence. I'm telling you, I think so. If he choose that approach, you know what? Ban this ship. I'm done. Like, it's over with. I'm just gonna fight him. I think that's because I think you're gonna do half of the work for Spence. If he ain't gotta go find you in there, because he can cut the ring, but if he ain't gotta do that and you go oblige him, and it's gonna be like 2 trains on the same track. I haven't seen you fight in the inside much to have confidence that all of a sudden in this fight you just gonna start developing an inside game and start no. And again, I mean, my cousin was having this conversation and I was telling him it's not that Bud hasn't done work in the inside. Throwing punches or a couple shots here or there throughout a fight, that's not working in the inside. You threw some shots, and I'm talking about really in there working, like, you know, you shoulder to shoulder, damn near. You get what I'm saying? You phone booth style. Like, he don't do that. He ties up. Go watch the fights. He do it. He don't be fighting in the inside. Somebody getting it, he might throw a shot or two. You still there, he's gonna be a tie up. He gonna tie you up. Reset. He like the box. That's just what it is. That's why I feel like once that turn into that type of situation, I think EJ is big enough to snatch from him in them clinches. You get what I'm saying? Like he kind of did Kell Brook. Kell Brook was trying that because he was able to do it against Shawn Porter, but he was not able to do it against EJ. EJ was pulling that one hand free and working with it. And I'm telling you, like, that shit is going to be different. Like, it's different. You got to, boy, wrecking your body, and you ain't had nobody ever concentrate on punching your body like that. If you start to have that success, it's going to make this fight tough. Terrence Crawford able to have sustain a certain amount of success on the outside, picking shots, counter punching. It's gonna make a tough fight for Spence, man. And watch, they're gonna raise each other levels. We're gonna see. We're gonna be talking about this shit for a long time. Watch what I tell you. He's coming for more composed facts, right? He is, yo. He's very disciplined in terms of sticking to the game plan. Can't fight on the inside like that. Nope, he just don't do it, Josh. He just don't do it. He just don't do it. And I'm not gonna all of a sudden start thinking all of a sudden he's gonna do it now. And then I heard somebody say he's the better southpaw than the natural southpaw. I said, what? You serious right now? You mean to tell me you really believe the guy that switches to that stance is better than the guy that's already in it? Whatever. I can't possibly go with that. I'm sorry. And I think that's also something that I'm going to be paying attention to. I want to see if he get ballsy and say, you know what, I'm going to go southpaw with him. I think that might be a big mistake because it's only going to go one or two ways. It's either going to be a big mistake or it's going to help him. And for me, if you're asking me, I don't think he's going to be to outdo Spence at what he's done his whole life naturally. You know what I'm saying? I think it serves him best to stay orthodox and work from that position. I don't think that he should try to pull a fast one and be slick and try to, you know what, I'm going to just switch because you're going to get your ass beat. You do what you do best. Like, he's the wrong guy to be trying to think he was going to be figuring it out as you go along with him. He's too skilled of a fighter for that. A1, my bro, what's good with it, A1? Appreciate you stopping through, Brody. Hope you feeling good. I hope you feeling all right over there. But stay orthodox the whole fight with Spence. Yeah, he better. Josh. He better, man. That shit going to be rough if he don't. He gonna find himself in some trouble, man. Spence ain't the one to play with. He said I'm picking an underdog either way. I feel you. Ain't Spence the underdog? I thought since all these Hall of Famers is picking Bud Crawford, you know, all these Hall of Famers is picking Bud Crawford, you know? You know what I'm saying? All these Hall of Famers. You know what I'm saying? These Hall of Famers. They picking Sir Budrick out here, you know what I'm saying? Sir Budrick. But, oh shit, my bad, y'all. That was bogus right there. They just got crazy, didn't it? And EJ bigger than Bud, yeah. That side, this might be the, and then just to think, like, even though he felt like, you know, he made that statement, like, he grew into the weight class, Vince already, he didn't have to grow into the weight class. Like, get him trying to say, so it's like, I don't know. Some of them strength advantages I think that he's had over previous opponents, I don't think will be there for him in this fight. Or maybe it will. He's going to show me, but, you know, Danny, that's one of the things Danny said too. Spence, like, 3 times stronger than the rest of these welterweights. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's a lot. That's they ain't say 2, he said like 3 times stronger than the rest of these dudes, yo. So that's saying something. Spence the underdog and EJ going to come in personal. I'm telling you, you're gonna come in and smash some shit. Go ahead and make that boy an underdog. It's cool. It's cool. It is cool. It's cool, but let him be that so we could bet some money. Know what I'm saying? So we could bid. Lee Thurman is crazy, bro. Gotta get them shit spotted. But it's them skinny, strong dudes for no reason. Yeah, but yeah, he is one of them strong ass motherfuckers, though. I ain't gonna lie. He's strong as shit. You could tell. You could tell. Another one, he ain't gonna go. That's why I said they're gonna raise each other levels. They're gonna have to be mentally, physically, and emotionally in check to win that fight that night. You know what I'm saying? And telling you, man, Spence got that jab, man. I'm just telling you, I just seen what Kell Brook was doing in them first couple rounds with that jab, yo. How he had buzz shit swollen, like quick as hell. Like if Spence is jabbing you like that, bro, it's a good chance that could happen to you. Your eyes start swelling up early like that in the fight. I'm telling you, that's gonna be crazy, yo. I'm telling you, yo. Don't get your eye jammed out of commission, bro. Don't get your eye jabbed out of commission. Please don't do it. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? You better wear some goggles. See if so somebody go call Snack for Buzz, see if they got some goggles for his eyes. See if they'll let him wear goggles for the fight. Think they'll let him wear goggles for the fight, y'all? Spence got a good chin too. I don't know, but yeah, Spence got a damn near granite chin to me. And Bud's chin is solid, but it's been tested to a certain degree. Like he's been shaken up a time or two. You get what I'm saying? And the most notable one obviously was Gamboa, and that was at 135 pounds. And like I said, if a 135 pounder could drop you, or wobble you, and the dude just came from featherweight, you know what I'm saying, or wherever I think he came from, featherweight or something like that. You could train a lot of things. They say you can't train your chin, so you know. Carlos Spence taking eyeballs. Yo, yeah. Oh, that's the one that I think we talking about the same person. Y'all be laughing at his videos all the time. Dude, crazy. He be having me laughing. That's why I got the goggles from. He said, I don't know why Bud was Snack. Ain't like they get about to give him no goggles and no shit like that. I'm like, yo, dude, crazy. Jay Smith, what's good with it, bro? We appreciate you sliding through. EJ gonna show Bud a true welterweight. I think so too. That's a real possibility too. Not no small, not nobody that's faded. That's why I say, it's all about challenging yourself accordingly. Don't ever feel like you got to the point in your boxing career where you feel like you don't have to challenge yourself accordingly, or don't allow yourself to get too comfortable with fighting subpar opposition to the point where now you putting yourself at risk of, when you actually do step in there with somebody that's going to be on your level or higher, you're going to be in a tough one. You know what I'm saying? And that could very well be the situation, but we're going to see. We damn sure going to see. You think EJ going to make hella money? Yeah, that's another thing, yo. Boxing win, they win, the fans win. Like, you know what I'm saying? They make a ton of money. It's a win-win for everybody. But to look like Kurt Rambis. With the joints on. Goggle me up, coach. Goggle me. Goggle my joints. You know what I'm saying? Running around them guys. Oh, man. But yeah, man, I'm glad to hear it, man. Like I said, I see people saying they agree now or whatever the case. Hopefully that's valid. I see everybody reporting on it now. That's what's up. Man. Go ahead, young man. Make y'all bread, man. Make y'all bread, man. I'm glad to see it. Make y'all money. Make that bread, man. I'll delete some stuff. I got too much stuff on my phone, bro. Yeah, man. So, I'm gonna get to the 2-hour mark, man. I'm gonna let my people go. I'll be on for about 5 more minutes, just so I can get the 2 hours. But yeah, man, we're gonna see, man. Saturday gonna tell us a lot, man. Well, after Saturday, we're gonna see. We're gonna get to see where 2 of these guys go. One of them 40. He said he ain't retiring. Let's see who he actually fight after that. Know what I'm saying? And then once Canelo win, let's see if he give us another fight, which will be the 3rd fight in a row that we didn't ask him for. Let's see if he finally stop giving us fights we don't want and start giving us the fights we do want. Remains to be seen. We're going to see, though. We damn sure going to see. Talking about all this history and shit. Canelo, I still feel I'm the best. Name a fighter who take. Yeah, that's what he said too, y'all. Name a fighter who take risks like me. And he was dead serious when he said it too. Yeah. Well, it was dead ass serious. Said, name a fighter today that's taking risks like me. He said that, y'all. Meanwhile, ducking mad people, ducking smoke. I can see Bud winning on points by slowing EJ work rate down, and I also can see Earl winning by applying pressure. And you know what's crazy? I was just talking about that before I get up out of there. I'll just say this again. When Knockout was doing the numbers, he showed that I think it was Mean Machine was able to get up to, what was it, 40-something punches around. I think he named somebody else that was able to get up to like 60-something. 60-something percent. I mean, 60-something punches around. And so basically what he was showing you is that these people that want to get off, get off. So if he wasn't able to stop those lower level guys, you know what I mean, lower level opposition guys from you know what I mean, throwing a bunch of punches, then my belief is it's going to be a lot. I ain't saying he can't do it, but it's going to be very hard for him to stop a fighter as good as EJ from getting off the way he wants. If he wasn't able to do it with like Mean Machine, I forgot the other fighter that Knockout name, but salute the Knockout for doing that homework. And yeah, so it's like I agree with that point and make a lot of sense. Like if you got a lower level guy throwing a bunch of punches at you, you still able to beat him. You got to think of even better guy that likes to throw a bunch of punches is going to be able to execute as well. Being considerably better than these guys. Like Earl have destroyed Mean Machine. So see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a tough task for him to do that. Just it's just like saying, it's like it'll be kind of it's going to be kind of tough, or it's going to be tough in spots for EJ to completely remove Bud's counter punching ability, because that's something that he just do so well. So you got to expect he's going to land some counter shots throughout this fight. You get what I'm saying? It's just going to be one of them things where it's going to take a smart strategic effort to remove, for Bud to lower, Bud's output, and for EJ to slow down or kind of counter some of the countering that Bud gonna be doing. But the slow time rhythm just gotta break that for 12 rounds straight. You get what I'm saying? I said that Fate, he's a rhythm fighter. A lot of fighters are, not just Bud, but that's something that helps him. I only want to say that he relies on that, but that's just something that's very important in his fights. And very clear that once he gets to settle into his rhythm and his pace, he's a tough guy to beat. Obviously, is why he's still undefeated. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough guy to beat. But nonetheless, they're gonna bring one of the best fights I think we've seen this year, man. It's gonna be good for all of boxing, especially if we get to see it twice. Get to see it twice. That's the real deal. But just to close up, man, I came across this quote with somebody saying Canelo had the best run to becoming undisputed in boxing history. I know that was that person's opinion. Salute and respect to him, but I disagree completely. And you could easily put Mel Charlo over Canelo Alvarez. That's just the name one. You know what I'm saying? Even to Josh Taylor as well. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he belongs that high up on a list of undisputed champions. You know what I'm saying? 7 other ones beside him. Put Bernard before him too. B-Hop. We put a couple of these guys before him. Josh Taylor, B-Hop, but Mel. I don't know about Bud. Bud up there, I don't know about him. But I say you could put at least 3 of those guys over him easily, in my honest opinion. But that's all I got on this one, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. It's still early. So again, y'all know I like to double up on these lives. YouTube done turned the lights back on for your boy. So we back to the original grind and doing things the way I need to do it, man. I might come back and we're gonna anyway after he win doing there. He been in the shadows. Yeah, they saying something. He did mention something about he never sparred with a black fighter or something like that. They tend to be very strong and athletic, some along those lines. So I hope they make I hope if he move up, him and Cool Boy could be a real thing. But we're gonna see what's up with NUA, because like you said, since then I ain't heard from him since that quote either. And Dante's Boxing Nation had dropped that. Salute to him. And he said he ain't sparred with no black fighters. They tend to be athletic and strong. I said, damn, you gotta try it out sooner or later, buddy. But man, that's all I got on this one, y'all. I appreciate everybody in the building, man. Salute to everybody in the building. If y'all didn't hit that like button, smash that like button on your way out. If there's anybody new in here, hit that subscribe button. Come join the family. Turn them notifications on. Y'all stay tuned. Y'all know your boy like to double up on these lives, man. I see a lot of Terrence Crawford, Earl Spence stuff being talked about, but I don't know if I necessarily got to go live about that because y'all gonna hear about this all day. So y'all just stay tuned. Appreciate everybody rocking with me. Smash that like button on their way out. And y'all stay tuned to the next one. I'm up out of here. Peace.